Today I bring you another productive tips video because everybody loves these, don't we all? If you haven't seen any of my other like productive school tips, productive work from home tips, productive tips, motivation tips, I'll have those videos linked down below. I really try to include different tips in every single video so you're not just hearing like make a to-do list like 7 different times in 7 different videos. But let's just get started. Literally these apply to whether or not you're working from home, doing school online, doing school in person, or you're in high school, or you're in middle school, or you're in college, or you're working, whatever. So the first one's kind of about taking breaks. Either take breaks as you go, and by that like if you're doing reading all day, read for 30 minutes, take a 5-minute break, and then continue that cycle until you finish. Or what you can do is try to get everything done at once, then you'll have a long break at the end. So you do all of your reading and you finish at 4 p.m. and then you have 4 to 10 to, you know, watch TV, do whatever you want to. Or if you do it the other way, you'll have the small little breaks integrated throughout your day, but then you may finish at like 8 and not have as much time at the end. So obviously you want to take breaks, just how you do it totally depends. Neither is better than the other because you're still getting the work done, and the way you decide to take breaks can totally change day to day. Sometimes I like to do all of my work at once, and sometimes I literally have to take a 10-minute break every like other minute. And then generally I'd say prioritize your tasks when you're making a to-do list. So if you have an assignment that's due tomorrow, start that assignment and do that first, and then do the assignment that's due in 2 weeks, do that later on. But a counterintuitive trick, and I wouldn't recommend doing this all the time, but it kind of works sometimes. Start the thing that's due the latest and work backwards, and then do the thing that's due the soonest as the very last task, because that way you're forcing yourself to have to do all of the assignments when you start at the assignment that's the furthest out and then finish with the assignment that's the closest in due date. I definitely not suggest that if you don't have a big block of time spaced out to do your work. Then you need to have an organization system, especially when you're doing online school and just college, because stuff can get forgotten quite easily, and it's just easier to feel less stressed when stuff is organized. So like for me, I use Notion to plan out all of my stuff, which I'm absolutely loving, by the way. It's like the only productivity app that I've actually consistently used. But for instance, for school, I have like a weekly template of tasks. So like here's the template. It's not really that complicated. It just literally is Monday, bullet point, Tuesday, bullet point. What's the next day? Wednesday, bullet point. And then each week I'll fill this out based off of my syllabi, and it'll just have a list of every assignment that's due that week. And for YouTube and social media, I have my content calendar, which I also created on Notion. But with this, I literally just click on the date. So today is February 1st, so I just click on it, and then it has a list of all of the stuff that I need to do. So it has all of my Instagram stuff, all of my TikTok stuff, and all of my YouTube stuff. And if I click on the day before, it also has all those categories. So that's how I organize all my stuff. You may want to do it this way, you may want to do it completely differently. And then another thing is find a way to reduce the decision making you have to make throughout the day. Because the fewer decisions you make, then the less brain power you're wasting on making decisions. This is actually like a psychology thing. Basically, when you make decisions, you use brain power. And so what you want to do to save your brain power is to not waste it on making decisions that don't really matter. Like type of cereal you're gonna have for breakfast, or what flavor of sparkling water you're gonna have. You want to have all those decisions made before the day starts, so maybe like the night before. So pick out your outfit the night before, plan your meals out, do all of that so you're less tired and don't have to waste your energy on making decisions when you should be putting that energy into like homework and stuff. Then when you're allocating time for a specific task, whether that's like reading a chapter in your textbook or writing a paper, make sure you give yourself, when you're scheduling your day, make sure you give yourself enough time to do that task, or else you're gonna feel tired, angry, and sad when you can't write an entire 4-page paper or 50-page paper in like half an hour. Like there's no way I could reasonably read and take notes on 60 pages in a textbook in like 60 minutes. No, that's just setting yourself up for failure when you don't accomplish that, because then you'll be sad otherwise when you don't accomplish that because it's not humanly possible. Maybe even a little bit more time than you think you need, because then you'll feel really good about yourself when you finish the task before the allotted time is up. Literally a trick that high school teachers made me do so as to not get distracted in class. They would make you put your phone in boxes so your phone was out of sight, out of mind. But like, that actually works. Like, if you can't see the distractions, then you're not gonna get distracted. Throw your phone into a box and shove it under the bed until you've completed all of your homework. So then you're not even thinking about your phone or TikTok or Instagram because you don't even see that possibility. So I have to balance school and YouTube. You may be balancing school and work, or school and swimming, or I don't know. I don't know what you do. Hopefully you like what you're doing. I really hope you are. But basically what I've been doing is, or at least this is what I've been doing on the weekends, is I've been splitting up the days. So say on Saturday I do all of my social media stuff, and then on Sunday I do all of my school stuff. And then if you split stuff up into days, then you're not gonna feel behind on both things, if that makes sense. Or you could do this for like 2 classes. So on Saturday you do all of the science homework, and then on Sunday you do all of the math homework, versus if on Saturday you did half of your science homework and did half of your math homework, on Saturday night you're not going to have completed science or math, even though you're going to be able to do it on Sunday. But on Saturday night you'll feel stressed and overwhelmed because it has not been completed. So totally divide up subjects between days or between like morning and afternoon. And then when you're creating your to-do list, create subsections of your to-do list, so then it feels like you're getting more done. That's just kind of another psychology tricking your brain thing into, you know, not getting too stressed out. Even if it's just like read page 1 through 30 in a textbook, that can be quite overwhelming. Just split it up and say read pages 1 through 10, read pages 11 through 19, read pages 20 through 30. And then another thing about breaks is sometimes it's more productive to take a break as opposed to literally just staring at your computer or at the textbook page and not comprehending any of it, because that's just a wasted time when you like are not focused at all and you're just staring at the textbook like. Instead, taking a full rest break is productive. Cleaning your room is productive. If you can't get something done now very well, take a quick break. Don't try to force it. Be productive in another aspect of your life, and then come back and see what happens. And then create daily, weekly, and monthly goals. And you might just be like, that is so basic and boring, everybody knows that, but I would just like to recommend that to you. When you set goals for yourself, whether it's every single day, every week, or every month, then you have a tangible reminder of what you need to do. You have something physical to look at when you're trying to motivate yourself, as opposed to just like keeping that in your head. It'll just help you stay on track if you have a physical representation of all the stuff you want to accomplish. I totally recommend having a mix of goals that you can complete, like, I don't know, get an A on a test or something, and also having goals that are more qualitative, like enjoy life this month or focus on nature or something, and also having those more measurable quantitative goals. Finally, everybody works differently. Don't compare yourself to the productivity of other people, especially on social media, because I know I sometimes fall under this trap, because a lot of the people I follow on Instagram and just on YouTube and all of that stuff, like they're up at 6 a.m. and they're working out. I literally have to hit the snooze button like 4 times before I can actually get up, and that's at like 9 o'clock. So just don't compare your productivity level to other people that you see on social media, because social media isn't real. And also, if you can get up at 7:30 and be productive and be ready to go then, that is awesome. I wish I was like that, but that's just not how I work. So that was it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed these tips. I really like watching these videos because they really help me. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below anything you want to. Comment down below whether you work better in the morning or at nighttime. And subscribe to my channel, turn that notification bell on, follow me on Instagram and on TikTok, and I'll see you next time. Bye!